boy. Is this Magnum PI? Jason's TC. We flew here on his helicopter. We're about to jump in my red Ferrari and zip around town. And no, I'm not Magnum. They say I'm the Butler guy. I wanted to be Magnum, but I'm the Butler dude. I forget his name. It's Magnum PI. 2 episodes in a row coming your way on a Friday because I didn't feel like working. Taking the day off, having a great weekend. Check out Magnum. We'll see you Monday. What? I have to work today on Friday? No Magnum PI? Egads. Corey Johnson with you, a Fantasy Friday edition of the program. Yeah, you right. Got a good one lined up for you. 2 hours chock full of information and fun on a Fantasy Friday. In about 15 minutes, oh no, Fletcher Mackel's going to join us from WDSU, Channel 6 Sports Fridays with Fletch. Find out what's going on with your New Orleans Saints, Louisiana State University Tigers, Tulane Green Wave, Pelicans, and more. Fletcher Mackel, a few minutes away. Michael Hecht will join us a little later in the 4 o'clock hour. Michael Hecht with Greater New Orleans, Inc. That segment's always brought to you by Latrim, the global manufacturing giant. Check out their website, Latrim.com. Latrim spelled Laitram, Latrim.com. Michael Hecht towards the end of the 4 o'clock hour. We'll crank things up the 5 o'clock powwow like we always do. In a little over an hour, we'll head to the Riverbend section of Uptown New Orleans, the Carrollton section. Frank Brigtsen will join us from his restaurant. Yeah, you right. Fantasy Friday edition of the program. Thanks so much for joining us. Lots of ways to check out the program. Oh So Fine, 93.9 FM. Oh So Fine, 93.9 FM. You can check us out on New Orleans' own 107.9 FM. 107.9 FM. From Baton Rouge through the North Shore to Southern Mississippi, Southern Alabama, Panhandle of Florida. Take the show on the road with you. 600 AM, a sneaky little powerful AM signal. 600 AM. Cox Channel 4 television. Spectrum Channel 333 television. CoreyTalks.com live streaming. And we're on YouTube the last couple of months. YouTube Live. You can check out the program from yesterday, last week, last month, whatever you like. We're on YouTube. Click to subscribe on that, would you? Spread the word, too, about El Radio/television program. Hey, Katie's in Mid-City. What a good spot to end the week. There are folks right now at Katie's sitting at the bar, enjoying a drink, getting some appetizers, maybe dinner. Jason's nodding. Yeah, I could see myself sitting there right now. Iberville, corner Telemachus in the heart of Mid-City. In between Bienville and Canal Street, in between Carrollton and Doc Francis Parkway. It is the quintessential New Orleans neighborhood restaurant, a true taste of New Orleans, all the goodies you like, big portions, perfect for sharing. A Mid-City mainstay, Katie's. And if you're over in Harahan, the Katie's of Harahan, Bienvenue. Bringing a little of that Katie's Mid-City New Orleans flavor to Hickory Avenue. Bienvenue. Same vibe, too, just over in Harahan. Katie's in Mid-City. Yeah, you right. Fletcher Mackel coming your way in a few minutes. Michael Hecht after that. I think we're going to hook up with Jeff Dorson, too, from the Humane Society, see what's going on with cats and dogs, kittens and puppies on this Friday. Frank Brigtsen talking some good food in the 5 o'clock hour. Yeah, a lot coming your way. I am not like going to sit here and tell you, I'm a talk radio junkie. I'm not a talk radio junkie. I don't sit there and listen to podcasts and talk radio all the time. But kind of a little old school and new school. I mean, been doing this about 25, 30 years or so. And I like the medium. I like cell phones and talk radio, and I like the interaction and all of that stuff. But I always say when you're in front of a microphone or in front of the camera, there is a responsibility involved. And in 2022, social media, I get it. I mean, one of my few quotes, who quotes themselves? I got one quote, I think, in my life. Social media, it's like a kazoo. Anyone can play. And I can extend the quote. No talent required. You know, musicians are, boy, he's good at the violin, but they practiced for years and years and hours and days and weeks and months of practice. It's a talent. They nurtured it. You know, internet's just people babbling on. Professional or not, I like Corey. I don't. I think Corey's really professional. I don't think Corey's professional. I'm a professional in the sense where I get paid to do this and have for 25 or 30 years. And there is a responsibility, I think, that comes with the job. Now, you can not like my style. Corey's brash or cocky or whatever. Or yeah, I think I tell it like it is. I'm a registered independent. I'm not some extreme, lunatic leftist. I'm not a wacky right winger. I bash both. I praise both when necessary on both those things. But boy, just simple rules of, and then I guess maybe, I'm saying simple rules of journalism, and then some people might just be doing this for, poops and giggles, for just fun. But I heard a little bit of Jason Williams today, like about 5 minutes on the radio, and it was like Jason Williams and his brother having a conversation. I was like, why don't you guys just call each other tonight and have this on your own time? Because it was a joke. Forget about softball pitch. Down the dial, the Saint Station, we have an exclusive Breeze. Those were absolutely worthless. They lost me a decade ago with the exclusive with Drew Brees. Yeah, I was eating wheat bread instead of white bread. I've changed the diet. I'm using 1.5 inch sweatband on my left arm now. I mean, nothing. You're not gaining anything or learning anything. It's just pretty worse. It's beyond softball pitch. They're not going to ask Drew Brees any questions of significance, anything journalistic. It's like their buddy, their friend. And today, the maybe 3-4 minutes of Jason Williams I caught was absolutely pathetic. Embarrassing for Jason Williams. He should know better. He should know better than to go on a certain outlet and embarrass himself, knowing you're going to be getting asked just embarrassingly pathetic kindergarten questions, and then kind of statements and proclamations from the host that just like Jason Williams needs someone to take up for him or something. It was mind-boggling. A total waste of time. Just a quick tip. If you're going to get in front of a camera or microphone, and if you want to have some integrity and maybe want to have folks respect you, don't befriend the folks you're covering. It's pretty simple. I know a guy that does political stuff in town, comments on politicians, yet after every election has a party at his house for all the politicians. It's the New Orleans way. We can be friends and be critical. No, you can't. It's a human nature way. The New Orleans way is weak. I'm going to befriend the people I cover, the people that, want to be friends with the media. It's absurd. I'm lucky. I've got a lot of family. I got a lot of friends. I don't need to go befriend the big shots. If you don't have a lot of family or friends, don't get in this business if you're looking to befriend the people you're covering. No, it just makes for a terrible interview. And like I said, just worthless chat. Do that on your own time. You guys can call each other. Jason Williams and his cousin or brother, whoever's doing the interview, call each other tonight on the phone. Now I'm going to try to get Jason Williams on the program and do a real interview with the district attorney, not attacking it. Oh, Corey's going to get Jason Williams on, just attack him. No, I'm not. And I'm not going to kiss his rear end either. I'm befriending him and, hey, buddy, and try to prop him up. He's a man. He's an adult. He can handle it himself. Boy, that was crazy, though. Anyway, welcome to New Orleans. Fletcher Mackel's a few minutes away. Michael Hecht in about 30 minutes from Greater New Orleans, Inc., plus the 5 o'clock power hour with Frank Brigtsen from his restaurant. Conditioning's not working right, or worse, not working at all. Your AC right now, August, summertime heat, on a Friday, no less. Don't stress out. Get the problem solved as quickly as possible. Don't make it worse. Make it go away. River City's Total Maintenance. Honest air conditioning experts that come immediately. 841-3300. NOLAAC.com. NOLAAC.com. Call them.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
This is what Drew Brees thinks about Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Actually, Brees doesn't think at all about Super Discount Store, but they do have the lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law for beer, alcohol, and wine. Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Super Discount Store!
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anyway. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, now with 4 area locations. Canal at Carrollton, on the North Shore and Slidell, in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana, and now in Metairie, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. The Woodhouse Day Spa.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com. Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
River City's Total Maintenance keeps you cool. NOLAAC.com, your cool spots. NOLAAC.com, your cool spots.
When you think of Fury's Restaurant in Metairie, you think about fresh local fish like flounder, snapper, and speckled trout, fried, broiled, or grilled. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarms. With high-definition night vision surveillance systems, letting you see what's going on. Home surveillance that's smart, safe, secure.
Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
Yeah, you right, Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you. A Fantasy Friday edition of the program. Oh, yeah, the weekend's in front of us. You know what that means also? We tried to get Travers Mackel on the program for 420. Travers was not available, anchoring the Channel 6 News as we speak. So we had to settle for his younger brother. I think he does sports or something over at Channel 6. Fletcher Mackel joins us. Hello?
Yes, actually, I would be the older brother, but, whatever.
Damn. By how many minutes?
5 minutes older.
Do you make him call you sir, like you're an elder?
I do not go quite that far now.
Do you ever use the I'm the older brother gimmick with him?
Not really. I mean, as identical twins 5 minutes apart, that really doesn't play.
Yeah, I guess not. You can't pull the I'm more experienced in life than you are. That just doesn't work, huh?
It's true. No, unfortunately, no.
No, it doesn't. Especially since now he's got, 2 kids, right?
He does. A 3.5 and a 1.5-year-old. Yep.
Yep. And, of course, the kids you have, you don't claim them and don't father them or anything. Don't pay alimony. Wonderful. Fletcher Mackel's with us from WDSU Channel 6 Sports. All of that, of course, is a lie. We like busting on Fletch because he's like a duck. He just lets the water roll off his back because I think he's figured, you know what? There's a pretty good chance Corey's going to talk some nonsense when I go on his program. Is that what you're thinking?
I'm pretty certain that the answer to that is yes. I'm that most of this will be, BS.
All right, let's get into the non-BS. You ready?
Sure.
I don't know. Trevor Penning's the guy that just jumps out at me. I figured first off, you play the guy at right tackle. You move Ramczyk over to left tackle, one of the toughest positions. Guy's one of the best players in the NFL. And the Saints aren't doing that at all. And maybe I'm wrong. This guy is ornery, can't make a practice because he gets in a fight. Kind of has a Kyle Turley type mentality at that tackle position. Tell us about him.
Yeah, no, he definitely, look, when the Saints drafted him, the big label was nasty, mean, plays with some viciousness in the trenches. And I really think Doug Marrone, the new offensive line coach, loves it. I think he wants this, 6'7", 325-pound, raw physical specimen that plays with a mean streak. I mean, Dennis Allen said it when they drafted him. We'd rather reel him in than have to kind of prod him to become more intense. So I do think the physicality could be an issue early because he's going to have to learn to control it. But I think in my heart of hearts, I think Doug Marrone, the O-line coach, and Zach Strief love it. And I disagree with moving him to right tackle. I think Ryan Ramczyk is an elite offensive lineman, and he's made the all-pro team. But just because he's more seasoned, I don't think you say, let's put him at left tackle and put Ramczyk at right tackle. I mean, Ramczyk is maybe the best right tackle in the league. And who's to say that Penning won't become that primo left tackle? I think that's kind of a short-sighted move, I guess I should say.
I don't think so. I think it's pretty typical in the NFL. Left tackle's a harder position to play than right. You're going up against the right defensive end. It's the premier player on the team, on the D line. I don't know. I think it's sort of commonsensical. You're going to toss a rookie in at left tackle, toss the rookie in at right tackle, and play the all-pro guy, not Pro Bowler, all-pro, one of the best in the league, move him to one of the hardest positions. But, hey, if Ramczyk likes right tackle and is continuing to dominate and this guy can pull it off, what the hell do I know? But, yeah, I think that's sort of more mainstream NFL than kind of fantasy. Anyway, what the hell do I know? I don't cover sports.
It's not like it's out of the realm of possibility, but I think that you've got a guy that you drafted in 2017 in who his, when Strief got hurt, has been at that right tackle position and has become great at it. Look, Ramczyk was a left tackle in college. He hasn't played it in 5 years, though. And Penning was a left tackle in college. So I understand there's going to be a steep learning curve. And look, James Hurst may start at left tackle because they feel like maybe Trevor Penning is a little too raw right away. But I think at some point, be it week 1 or week 5, Trevor Penning is going to be their left tackle, and I think that they just feel comfortable. Look, I could make the same argument for Cesar Ruiz and Eric McCoy. Cesar Ruiz was the most elite center in the draft when he came out, but because he didn't have an offseason and Breeze had a familiarity with McCoy, and McCoy was more of a guard than a center in college, they kept McCoy at center. They had ample opportunity to flip those two, but they didn't because McCoy's probably become one of the best 10 centers in the NFL.
I kind of think that proves my point. I think that kind of proves my point. Center's the leader on the line. I'm not saying guard's easier to play, but you just play the position. You don't have to make the calls like the center. So you leave in the guy who's in his second year and has proven he can do it and put the rookie at guard. I think that kind of proves my point. They didn't stick the rookie center at guard. At center. They moved him to guard.
I don't know if that's the context is important. They didn't put the rookie there who hadn't been in the building because of COVID. Like no one was – the first time they saw this guy was when they showed up for training camp. So he didn't exactly have any familiarity with the 41-year-old quarterback like McCoy did. So I think that had they had a full offseason, it would have been different 2 years ago. My thing is, and time will tell. I just don't think it was – you had to say, we got to put McCoy – you got to flip Ramczyk here and put the rookie at right tackle. We'll find out eventually, but I do think Penning has the potential to be a good player. I mean, just talk about the eyeball and the physicality.
Yep.
It's pretty eye-opening.
No, it looks like he's dominant at times and only going to get better when he gets more experience and technique and understands what he's going up against. No, he looks like an animal.
And let me say this. I will say this, having watched all the practices to date, I think he's going to excel early in run blocking because he's just such a massive human to push another man around at 6'7", 330 or 320 or whatever he is. I still think he's going to not struggle, but he's going to have a learning curve when it comes to the art of pass protection and some of these elite pass rushers that are coming at him early. I think he's going to be able to get away with it because his physical ability is so good. But I do think there'll probably be some elite pass rushers that, show that he's a rookie at times.
Yeah, I wonder if there would have been a swap if Breeze were the QB. Winston's younger, little more physical, obviously, can evade better than Breeze. Anyway, this is exactly why I don't do sports talk. Who gives a crap? Hey, Michael Thomas, pretty dominant out there on the field right now.
He looks like he never missed a beat. I mean, look, he missed the beat. He missed 2 seasons.
That's amazing.
All of 2021 and basically all of 2020. But from a practice standpoint, he looks like he is in mid-season form. I mean, his physical presence is there. He's always been a big physical receiver. He's running good routes. I mean, he looks like he's raring to go.
Hey, Lattimore is obviously your number one corner. But the Saints might have 2 number one corners now.
So Paulson Adebo, I can't remember the Saints secondary ever having this much depth. It's the most depth I've ever seen in 20 years covering the team. They have 3 legit, I think, potentially elite, maybe even 4 if you want to throw Alontae Taylor in. But they have 3 starting NFL cornerbacks right now, and you can only play 2. Obviously, you mentioned Marshawn Lattimore. Paulson Adebo, the second-year player out of Stanford, who was a third-round draft pick and started last year as a rookie, has been the star of camp. Every day, he is doing something that makes people go into their notebook and write his name down. Defending receivers, breaking up passes, everything. He's been the best player in camp. But everybody forgets about Bradley Roby. Bradley Roby's been really good, too. The Saints traded for him last year, former first-round draft pick, who was on a Super Bowl championship team with the Broncos, who was a good player with the Texans. The Saints traded for him because they weren't sure Adebo was going to be ready. Those 3 guys, I'd like to see a team if they have 3 better cornerbacks than that.
And then you have an absurdly versatile safety that could play corner in a second. what's the honey badger been doing the last 48 hours since he got to camp? And why wasn't he in camp? I know family issue. Any specifics?
No, he talked to the media yesterday, and the first thing he said is, look, I've tried to be more transparent in my life. You know, I'm in a good place. My family's in a good place. And, you know, maybe down the road I'll be more transparent about what I was dealing with, but I'm not going to get into it. So I think everybody kind of respected his wishes and said, okay, he's back. He says he feels good. It was a personal issue, and he seems like he's okay. But no, we don't know anything about what it may have been. I think it was something in Kansas City, because what I was told, that's where he used to play with the Chiefs, dealing with it, but I don't know what it was, and I haven't seen anybody else report.
He's not talk about it, but he's not quiet. He's not passive. So I would imagine immediate presence on the field, immediate presence in the locker room. We got about 30 seconds before this mandatory break happens.
Yeah, no, look, he's an elite leader, and he's a really good player still. And yes, they have tremendous depth. Marcus May is a really good player that they signed as free safety. Tyron, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson in slot. Yeah, I mean, look, again, Alontae Taylor is a rookie cornerback. They have ridiculous depth in that secondary right now.
We're visiting with Fletcher Mackel, Fridays with Fletch. If you'd like to join in the conversation, Rouse's Markets phone lines are open. 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone lines if you have a question or comment for Fletcher Mackel from Channel 6. Coming right back, more Fridays with Fletch.
Did you know Rouse's sells only Angus beef? Angus beef's natural marbling means more succulence and flavor. Whether you choose Rouse's USDA Prime, Choice, or Select, it'll be only Angus beef when you get it at Rouse's. Tastes like home.
Kanye West was seen shopping at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google.
Okay, I think Kanye was talking about something else entirely. Super Discount Store on Paris Road in Chalmette.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore led us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
Enjoy outdoor dining on the streetcar line, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, the finest in Middle Eastern cuisine, Carrollton at Jeanette, Lebanon's Cafe.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarms. With smart home technology, control lights, locks, cameras, thermostat, and your alarm, all from your phone or laptop. Smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latram.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
If you see 35-year-old, 40-year-old diesel Mercedes drifting, blocking the interstate, doing that drifting thing, 360s, it's probably Fletcher Mackel from WDSU Channel 6. What up, Fletch?
Yeah, it's a 38-year-old diesel Mercedes.
Yep. I was thinking about you the other day. I abandon old cars just because the new technology is too nice. But you want to know what is a great car, and this is what you need to upgrade to. You ready?
I need to upgrade? Yeah.
Yes, you need to upgrade. You're driving a 40-year-old diesel Mercedes. That's like your B or C car. Keep that to drive on Sunday. You need to upgrade to an S-Class Mercedes in that 90s era, 10 years newer. You know what those look like. They're still out on the street. You'll see them. Those big old long, just great looking, Mercedes. I'm going to send you a little photo. I'll text you one, but that would be so you. You get a nice big old luxurious car. They have ABS brakes and airbag and anti-lock brakes, I should say, and just some more modern stuff than that old diesel you're driving. I wouldn't drive your diesel 20 years ago, Fletch. I know you like it, nostalgia and all that, but I think you need to upgrade to a 90s era car, not an 80s era. What do you think?
I don't know. I kind of like this car. It's quirky. It's I like it. I'm happy with it.
No, they really are. Isn't it an incredible vehicle? They go forever. How many miles are on that thing?
So I want to say 350,000.
Wow.
And the guy told me that it'll do 500,000 miles easily. And knock on wood, find some wood to knock on here, all the electronics still work, sunroof, power windows, the AC, everything still works on it 38 years later. And so it's like a tank.
I think we talked about this. It doesn't have the Becker radio. They replaced the radio. That's the only thing that's not original, I think you said.
You've got a good memory, yes. The only thing was the previous owner got a new radio installed. So I have more modern radio, it's not exactly like you get in a new car today. I probably have a late 90s, early 2000s radio with a CD player and everything like that in there. But that's the only thing that is not original.
My brother it's a B car. He drives it once a month. He's probably going to get rid of it. It's a 1985 Mercedes SEC, the big long two-door thing. The car that was in Roadhouse that Patrick Swayze drove. And that thing,
what was that?
That thing's just a beast, Fletch. Just heavy, a tank, fast, handles well, quiet, luxurious. Pretty amazing. Now, your boy, whoever you said, my guy said, whoever works on your car. Yeah, I think you can. Those cars, people put over 1 million miles on a diesel Mercedes. It's crazy.
Yeah, somebody told me that's why you see them in, you'll see them in foreign countries. They were here, obviously a Mercedes is a luxury car. The guy explained it to me, and he goes throughout parts of Eastern Europe, North Africa,
taxi cabs,
even parts of the Middle East. These Mercedes, these four-door sedans, these old diesels from like the 80s. These were the police cars that they used. These were the taxis that they drove. And they're still driving them in parts of the world because you can keep them going forever and ever.
No, you're right. You just keep replacing parts. There's no doubt about it. And you can pick up chicks in that car.
Well, here's how I feel. You know, if the people that
if you're going to judge me on my car and not me, then you're missing out. Is that, you're going to say some crap like that?
No, I want to be judged on my car. And if you don't like my car, then like if you don't think it's fun and quirky, then maybe we shouldn't hang out.
No, I think there's a normal girl going, here you dude, it's an 82. I'd like a car that brakes and goes quicker and handles right in an accident. And I'm not worried about breaking down going to Houston. You're quirky. You're losing some chick. You might as well smoke cigarettes. You're funneling it down. You're losing a percentage of the chick. Hey, Jason, if they don't like my car, then the heck with them. Jeez, Pete's. Why do I get you on this program?
I just want to point out for reference, you're telling me about dating and social life, and you're referring to women as chicks. I'm not quite sure that's still playing in today's world.
Oh boy, touche, man. You didn't even have to say anything. Everybody was going, I'm on Fletcher's side on this. Johnson doesn't know what he's talking about. I think he said chicks. Oh boy, I hear you. Yep, 1-0 Fletcher. All right, Fletch, how's Jameis Winston look out there?
He's had good days and bad days. Better this week. Last week at the end of the week on Friday and Saturday were not good practices for Jameis Winston. He threw a couple of picks. And he's up and down so far, but he was more up this week than down. And the problem is for those of us that have covered this team for so long, I mean, we'd see peak Drew Brees, who he basically invented this offense with Sean Payton and operated it even just in practice. It would be like watching Michael Jordan practice and then say, why don't these guys shoot why doesn't this guy shoot like Steph Curry, whoever the next star in Golden State is? It's like, because there was one. I mean, Brees never had the biggest arm, and I understand that Brady's the greatest ever, but you want to talk about operating an offense effectively and efficiently and moving the chains. There may have never been a better quarterback than Drew Brees to operate an offense, especially to just kind of like death by 1,000 cuts, so to say, to keep a defense off balance. So I still look at it through the prism of Brees, and that's unfair. But I think this week 2 was better for Jameis than week 1.
Yeah, and Jameis might not be a guy who might play better than he practices. It's not like he doesn't practice hard or try. But, I mean, this is a crappy example. I'll go, like, hit the tennis ball, and I got a guy's like, let's just keep hitting. I'm like, no, let's play a game. Because if it's a ball I got to run for, Fletch, like I really got to give 110%, if the point doesn't count, I'm not busting my tail to go get that if we're just hitting it. But if it's a point at stake, I'm going to bust my tail. Brees busts his tail to go get it if you're hitting or if it's game time. Maybe he's a guy that when it's game time, I'm 110%ing for that ball.
And let me say this too. I think that they're just such different quarterbacks.
Exactly.
Jameis is definitely
totally different
and becoming more of that. Hey, the quick hit pass. Like there's nothing wrong with you've got elite playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, and something big can happen. But Jameis has already made throws last year and this year, and especially this year. I mean, when he lets it loose, it's a thing of beauty. Like when he hits Chris Olave a few times or Deontay Hardy a few times for these 60-yard deep post bombs. They're a thing of beauty. But those short intermediate kind of flare-outs, every now and then he's been a little bit like he overthrew Jarvis Landry or he underthrew Kamara, whereas Brees may not be able to throw that beautiful 60-yard deep post like Jameis did, but Brees was much better at dropping it right in over a linebacker to Alvin Kamara or to a slot receiver. So just different types of quarterbacks. And here's the thing. This defense is so good or has the chance to be so good. Jameis doesn't have to be a top 10 quarterback He just can't be a bottom 10 quarterback.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Jameis Winston is 11-19 in the league, the Saints are going to be really good.
No, I think that's a hell of a good point. Fletcher Mackel's with us. Hey, Fletch, any news on Kelly and LSU? What's going on in Baton Rouge? Any news?
Yeah, I mean, we covered the first practice yesterday, obviously. Look, one practice in, the big question is going to be who's playing quarterback.
Yep.
And the answer is we don't know. Look, Garrett Nussmeier took snaps with the ones yesterday. I think he's the most talented. But Miles Brennan, is a steady hand who's been there, knows the system, knows the program.
This transfer kid from Arizona?
Yeah. Jaden Daniels is from Arizona State, 29 career starts with the Sun Devils. It's going to be interesting, but one practice in, it's kind of hard to say.
No, but still, no. I think it's significant that Nussmeier was working with the ones in the first ever practice. I think that's significant, that it wasn't the Arizona State kid or it wasn't Miles Brennan. I think that's – and then who's the fourth QB? It's not too bad.
Yeah, that would be Howard.
Yeah, exactly. The kid
Howard.
Jamie Howard's kid from Lafayette. I mean – They got a lot of that quarterback room's pretty impressive, but Jim Finks will tell you got 2 QBs, you got no QBs, got to find one. But that's telling, Fletch, that Nussmeier was starting with the ones and first practice. I get it, kind of meaningless, but some meaning to it.
Look, I agree. I people say, "Oh, don't pay attention to it." Well, then, you can't not pay attention to it. Of course, you have to pay attention to it. Now, again, is today's practice, which is just underway, is it going to be, Jaden Daniels working with the ones, and then tomorrow? I think they're going to get equal opportunity to win the job. I don't really think. I think that my gut tells me Brian Kelly is leaning a little bit more towards one of those experienced guys, like Jaden Daniels or Miles Brennan. But again, I think Nussmeier's got crazy talent.
No, exactly. And if you get crazy talent, the QB, that could be another victory or 2 on the season if you get exceptional play out of the quarterback. Hey, Fletch, about 30 seconds, literally. Tulane, what's up with the Green Wave and Fritz?
Yeah, look, they're trying to bounce back, had a difficult schedule last year, a real disappointing season. I love Michael Pratt, their quarterback. I think he's awesome. I think he's got a great arm. I think they're going to end up at 6-6, kind of par for the course for them this year, a much easier schedule.
Fletch, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
All right, great, thanks.
That's Fletcher Mackel from WDSU Channel 6 Sports joining us. Another Fridays with Fletch. Michael Hecht from Greater New Orleans Inc. joins us next. Hey, Fausto's Italian Bistro, maybe you join that crew tonight for dinner. They're cranking open the doors in 12 minutes. 12 minutes. They'll go from 5 till 10 tonight. Some of the city's best Sicilian and Italian, chicken, veal, fish. So good. Tonight for dinner, make it Fausto's Italian Bistro.
For over 30 years, one of the premier security companies in New Orleans and South Louisiana has been Tommy's Lock and Alarms. And right now, Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring. Come and work for one of the best security companies in the region with great pay, great benefits, and a take-home vehicle. Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring, and they're looking for you. To apply for one of these coveted positions, go online to tommyslockandalarms.com. Tommy's Lock and Alarms.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Have a painting project but can't decide on the perfect color? At Helm Paint and Decorating, we offer half-pint paint samples in any Benjamin Moore color for under $5, so you can test potential paint colors before investing in a full gallon.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Rouse's Markets means convenience. Every one of our 65 locations opens at 7 a.m., some at 6:30, and they're open until 10 p.m., with some staying open till 11 or even midnight. Convenience. Rouse's Markets. Tastes like home.
Which Metro New Orleans area restaurant made CNN's top 50 in America and ThrillList.com's top 25 and has served presidents at the White House for over 40 years? Trey Yen in Mandeville.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamarck team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamarck Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
If you love Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City, you're going to love Bienvenue in Harahan. The same folks bringing a little of that New Orleans flavor to Hickory Avenue. If you love Katie's, come to Bienvenue on Hickory Avenue in Harahan.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Recently, Kim Kardashian was seen at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
Let's party.
Can you think of any other celebrities that won't sue us? Super Discount Store in Chalmette. The lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and cold beer. 3235 Paris Road.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday. Dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Yeah, you right. Latrim, the global manufacturing giant, is hiring East Bankers, West Bankers. Latrim's got you covered in their Elmwood facility. North Shore folks, Latrim's hiring at their Hammond facility. For a full listing of positions available, go to Latrim.com. Latrim spelled L-A-I-T-R-A-M, Latrim.com. Every week, Michael Hecht from Greater New Orleans Inc. joins us on the program on a Friday. Every week, that segment's brought to you by Latrim. Michael, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing well, my friend. We made it. Only one more meeting this week, and this one might involve a cocktail.
All right, that's good. That would be a celebratory cocktail?
Well, I think that's the great thing about being in the booze business, right? You drink to celebrate, you drink to commiserate, but you're drinking.
Yep. Any good news, Michael? Any singles, doubles, triples? Anything you can announce on the job economic front for Metro Nueva Orleans?
Did we talk about the cement manufacturer going into the East last show, or was that announced this week? I lose track of the week.
Did we talk about the cement people last week? I don't think we did last week. I think that came down. I think that came down this week. You and I text back and forth about it with our silly concrete deal. That one's solid. You cemented the deal. I had to stop after a while. I think I was boring you.
Yeah, maybe you're boring me. You were amusing me too much. You were distracting me, but. No, this is a nice one. This is a company that's going into New Orleans East. They're going to be going on the Industrial Canal, kind of down by Michoud, and they're going to be putting in think the number is about 50 jobs at an average salary. I'm sorry, 70 jobs at an average salary of $52,000. And, this is just like one of those, nice, regular economic development wins that we should just get more of. And it's just, we've been spending so much time dealing with the kind of pressing, urgent issues like crime. It's good every now and then just to get a good old-fashioned economic development, industrial one that's going to provide good jobs for people in the region. And that's what this is, a Spanish company. We've been working with them for a couple of years, and they should be getting started, beginning of next year.
Yeah, Spain-based and specialized concrete, not like mainstream concrete, right?
No, it's a special concrete that is more durable than typical concrete. So it's a high-value product. It's not just kind of where you're run-of-mill from a Mardi Gras fluid concrete.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's a specialized manufacturer, and they just liked being on the water. They liked our workforce, like the cost structure of Louisiana. And, I think that there's something also for a Spanish company just being able to swing with New Orleans, frankly.
Yeah, no doubt. That European connection's always a good angle for you to pitch, Michael, because we are a European masterpiece, and there's nothing else in America that's European like New Orleans. So that's definitely
not like this, but that's kind of the lanyap. The basics are you have the right site, the right infrastructure, the right cost structure, the right workforce, and so that's a nice one. We got a couple of nice tech ones that we're working on. Can't announce them yet, but hopefully, by Labor Day, we get those announced to you too.
You mentioned they liked being on the water down here. That helped them. Speaking of that, this guy might be out of your territory, but I know you know who he is. And I say out of your territory, Greater New Orleans, Inc., which, by the way, what is it, 13 parishes, Michael?
Well, 10 nominally, 10. South Shore, North Shore, River region, but we work really closely with the folks in Baton Rouge and the Bayou region as well.
I had Chris Allard on from Metal Shark Boats, 400 employees in Jeanerette and Franklin down on the Bayou, over $100 million in sales last year. South Louisiana company. And like the olden days, Michael, I often talk about how we don't get an influx of young people anymore, and that hurts us. I think about this guy. I think about Meenan over with the Havana Outpost. Andrew Higgins was from Nebraska. We used to be a magnet, and then these people come from other places and they come up with Metal Shark Boats.
No, it's true. Chris is from Long Island, of all places. He went to this very specialized maritime training school in New York, and came down here, and now he's got this company, Metal Shark, that's making some of the most advanced boats in the world for commercial and military use. It's a great story, and I just love the name. I think Metal Shark is just a great name for
no, it is.
Right?
Michael, we got about a minute left.
Good people.
Got about a minute left. This is Atlanta and Dallas, Houston, and now Nashville and Austin every year. But this was New Orleans from 1972 to 1984, Michael. And I mention it because the Superdome was 47 years old on Wednesday. In 1972, One Shell Square, the Marriott. 75, the Superdome. 76, Hyatt Regency. 77, the Hilton Amoco Building. 79, Mobile Building. One Canal Place. 80, Pan American Life. 81, Chevron Building. 82, the Sheraton. 83, Texaco Center. Weston Canal Place. Energy Tower. Poydras Center. 84, Place St. Charles. Energy Center. 1550 Poydras. Freeport McMoran. 1555 Poydras, Windsor Court, Meridian Hotel, JW Marriott, 25 high rises, all over 20 stories, all over 250 feet, all brand new, all in 13 years. Unprecedented. I don't know if we'll ever see that again.
For a couple of reasons. One is that was...
And real quick, you got about 30 seconds. Sorry.
By the oil and gas industry. Second is that, folks aren't moving into skyscrapers these days. I mean, it's not just here, but Midtown Manhattan has a huge problem. But now that the oil and gas industry is transitioning into offshore wind as well, I think we're going to see a revival, but I don't know that we're going to see those, cranes in the sky like that anytime soon.
Our entire modern CBD was all built in about 13 years. Incredible, insane times. Michael, always a pleasure, brother.
Stay cool, stay safe. Appreciate you.
That's Michael Hecht from Greater New Orleans Inc., 93.9 FM, 107.9 FM, New Orleans. 5 o'clock powwow next.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Super discount store in Chalmette.
3235 Paris Road.
The lowest price allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and beer.
Worth the drive from anywhere.
If you're throwing a party and need wine, alcohol, and cold beer, super discount store in Chalmette.
Where can you find shish kebab in New Orleans? Lamb, beef, chicken, shrimp, plus all your other Mediterranean favorites. Lebanon's Cafe on the streetcar line. Lunch, dinner, and shish kebab. Lebanon's Cafe.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about their daily lunch specials like red beans and rice, black-eyed peas, white butter beans, liver and onions. Daily lunch specials. Fury's restaurant in Metairie.
Hi, this is Joey Helm. My dad, Bunky Helm, had a vision of a locally family-owned store serving the residential and commercial paint needs of New Orleans. I think Dad would be proud of today's Helm Paint and Decorating, and here's why. We have the best technical staff in the business, providing the best color matching service in Southeast Louisiana. Perfect matching for any color and any brand. And we'll save your colors so you don't have to save those old cans. Helm Paint offers free 2-hour delivery. Our in-store decorators will assist you on deciding what color and type of paint to best showcase your home. But most importantly, as your local independent Benjamin Moore dealer, our products provide the greatest value in the paint industry. Superior coverage, and Benjamin Moore paint simply covers better and lasts longer. New Orleans is a city of vibrant color, and no one else provides the paints of New Orleans like Helm Paint and Decorating. Visit any of our 6 locations or online at helmpaint.com.
Helm Paint, let us do you right. Helm Paint and Supply.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, is now more convenient than ever. Now open, the Woodhouse Day Spa, Metairie location, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. Metairie and Kenner's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarm. With smart home technology, control lights, locks, cameras, thermostat, and your alarm, all from your phone or laptop. Smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. And love and tradition of the grand design, some people say it's even harder.
I didn't watch this television program, Jason.
Well, then there must be some magic clue.
I have no idea. It sounds like a bad TV show. Oh, this is Family Matters. This is Urkel. Oh, wow. I guess that was a popular show, actually. Old Urkel. I know some uptown people that wear their khakis normally like Urkel. The pants have shrunk. Let them out or get new pants. Your ankles are showing. Yeah, you right. Corey Johnson back at you. A Fantasy Friday edition of the program, and it's a little after 5 p.m. You got to love that. We love this time of the week, 5 o'clock power hour on a Fantasy Friday edition of the show. We love it for many reasons. It's the 5 o'clock power hour. It's Friday. 100% of the work week for most of us in the books. 100% of the weekend smack dab in front of you. We like putting the spotlight on this very time of the week. We do it by blowing the 5 o'clock whistle. I said we do it by blowing the 5 o'clock whistle. The 5 o'clock whistle on a Friday, appropriately brought to you by Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Go get a cold one. The lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and cold beer. It's got to be Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and cold beer. Super Discount Store in Chalmette. 5 o'clock whistle, appropriately brought to you by Super D down in DeParish. Corey Johnson with you. Like I said, a Fantasy Friday edition of the program. If you missed the last hour, you missed a lot. Fridays with Fletcher Mackel joined us. His weekly visit on a Friday filled his Saints training camp, LSU first practice, Willie Fritz and the Green Wave. Michael Hecht joined us to end the last hour. Michael Hecht with Greater New Orleans Inc. Now, pretty amazing list that I rattled off. It's almost hard to believe, but it's what Dallas and Houston and Atlanta have been doing for decades, and it's what Austin and Nashville do now. And what I'm talking about is what New Orleans did from 1972 to 1984. That 13-year period, basically from the 70s into the 80s. 1970, New Orleans had about 1 million people in the metro. 1980, a decade later, 1.3 million. So we grew by 30% in the 70s from 1 million people in the metro to 1.3 million. If we just would have grown, forget about same percentage, 30%, just 300,000 folks. You go from 1.3 to 1.6 by 1990. You go to 1.9 million by 2000, 2.2 million by 2010. We'd be at 2.6 million, 2.5 million right now. And then if the same percentage were happening, we'd be close to 3 million in the metro. That's the growth Houston, Dallas, Atlanta have had and continue to have continue to have. Dallas is closing in on 8 million people in the Metroplex. Like 2.5 million more people than the state of Louisiana. Houston, 7.5 mil. Atlanta closing in on 7 million in the metro. And Austin and Nashville are north of 2 million people, approaching 2.5 million in their metro. Nashville's talking about Major League Baseball. So much growth. That was New Orleans from 1972 to 1984. The Superdome anchoring all of this growth. 1972, One Shell Square in the Marriott. The Superdome opened in 75. The Hyatt Regency in 76. The Riverside Hilton in 77. And the Amoco Building. In 79, it was the Mobile Building and One Canal Place. In 1980, Pan American Life Center. In 81, the Chevron Building. In 82, the Sheraton on Canal Street. In 83, the Texaco Center. The Weston Canal Place. One Poydras Plaza. Poydras Center. 1984 was a lot of buildings built. Place St. Charles, tallest building in the city. Energy Center. 1550 Poydras, Freeport McMoran, 1555 Poydras, that trio of buildings across from the Dome. The JW Marriott, the Meridian, the Windsor Court. That's from 72 to 84, 25 high-rise buildings, all brand new. All 250 plus feet, all 20 plus stories. The modern New Orleans skyline from 72 to 84, 24 plus buildings, all brand new built. I don't know if we'll ever see that again. Just about a half dozen cranes in the sky all the time, like you see in Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, now Austin and Charlotte and Miami. Anyway, pretty heady times. The Superdome on Wednesday turning 47. We talked to Michael Hecht about that last hour. Hey, Jeff Dorson's on the line. Love getting Jeff on the program. He, of course, is with the Humane Society of Louisiana. You can check him out online at humanela.org, humanela.org. You can check out what they do on Facebook, Humane Society of Louisiana on Facebook. How you doing, Jeff?
Hey, Corey. Always appreciate this time with you. Love your local history and the flavor you give.
Well,
pretty good stuff you share.
Well, it was a big week with the Superdome, and it anchored Poydras and all those high-rise buildings. It's hard to imagine New Orleans without like a Jackson Square, and it's hard to imagine New Orleans without a Superdome. So we wanted to give it its props on its 47th birthday. Who's that barking in the background, Jeff?
That would be one of my dogs.
Nice.
Brian.
Nice.
He's a wonderful boxer mix.
Hey, excited, about the Humane Society and being on the radio, hyping his pals. What you got for us today, Jeff? What's happening?
Well, just wanted to share. We have 3 properties that we operate or own just so we can house and care for more animals in need. Louisiana, as you know, is not at the top of any list when it comes to animal care. So we opened up back in 2016 a nice 47-acre piece of property, Mount Herman, rural area in Washington Parish, that's home to a dozen horses and a couple donkeys, called the Enoch J. Donaldson Animal Sanctuary. And we're going to be selling some inscription bricks. You can get your own name on it, your pet's name, and we're going to really use those proceeds to build a whole lot of cool new facilities and barns and fencing for more animals on that site. So we're excited. We'll launch that in a few weeks.
I bought a brick at the patio at the Maple Leaf. I think it was $100. Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah, 75 to 100, right.
Yep, and get your name on it, your significant other, your dog's name, cat's name, whatever you want.
Exactly. Then we have another piece of property that is just a hub for transports. They've slowed down, but back in the day, just a few months ago, we would pull from high kill shelters, keep them at our site, get them ready for transport, and in the morning, send them on their way to our no-kill partners around the country. We would do that once or twice a week, and we would save the lives of about 1,200 animals a year.
Wow.
But the fuel, the economy, inflation have slowed things down. So, but we're still in operation waiting. We have about 50 animals there ready to go on transport. The third piece of property we don't own, but we manage a 250-acre beautiful wildlife sanctuary, and that's in Tylertown, Mississippi. Old growth, can't be cut. It's federally protected, and we have a couple people who live there to manage it.
Nice. And obviously to take care of animals, to take care of vet bills, fixing these animals, heartworm medicine, all this spaying, neutering, nursing animals back to life. It requires volunteers. It requires cash. HumaneLA.org to donate, right, Jeff?
It is that. And every time, pretty much without fail, Corey, that you have me on your show, a nice listener steps up and says, yeah, I can invest in this. I see that my hard-earned money can make a difference. I can contribute, and I can see the results on Instagram, on Facebook, on their website.
Yep.
You know, so that's exciting. I always appreciate these 4 or 5 minutes because it makes a difference to our organization, and people feel good that they can trust this charity. You and I have been around for a long time.
Yep.
And so we know that the money is going to the programs. I know because I'm in charge and I started the thing, and that's what I want. That's my vision. How can we help?
Yeah.
How can we best use donors' money to make the best difference?
Yep. Be that person. HumaneLA.org to donate. Jeff, always a pleasure. Until next week.
Back at you, Corey. Appreciate you.
HumaneLA.org. Go to the website right now and donate. HumaneLA.org. Do it.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamarck team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamarck Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Super discount store in Chalmette.
3235 Paris Road.
The lowest price allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and beer.
Worth the drive from anywhere.
If you're throwing a party and need wine, alcohol, and cold beer, super discount store in Chalmette.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
For over 30 years, one of the premier security companies in New Orleans and South Louisiana has been Tommy's Lock and Alarms. And right now, Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring. Come and work for one of the best security companies in the region with great pay, great benefits, and a take-home vehicle. Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring, and they're looking for you. To apply for one of these coveted positions, go online to tommyslockandalarms.com. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
It's Friday, New Orleans. Yeah, you're right. Hey, every day this program's brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex. Saturday's a big car buying day. #1 Ford dealership in the region for a reason. Lamarck Ford. #1 Lincoln dealership in the region for a reason. Lamarck Lincoln. And guess what? There's more to the Lamarck Automotive Complex than just the facility in Kenner. Yep, on the car corner, right on the corner, right on the price, I-10 at Williams. But Ronnie's gone from the river to the lake. Now, Lamarck Crescent City Ford in Elmwood in Harahan, Jefferson Highway at Horde, right before Hickory. So 2 Ford dealerships, the big store, part of the Lamarck Automotive Complex in Kenner, Lamarck Ford, and now Lamarck Crescent City Ford in Elmwood. Ronnie Lamarck from Araby Park, never slowing down. Every day this program on radio, on television, live streaming, CoreyTalks.com. You can check out the show on YouTube now. Click to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Every day brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex. One of my favorite segments of the entire week. Yeah, I get beat up too, you know. I do talk radio, talk television in New Orleans. It's a lot of crime and not a lot of economic opportunity, and we need infrastructure improvements and political clowns, and it can beat you up. This gig can beat you up. It's the stuff I got to cover. I can't play the Pollyanna role and just talk all positive stuff. But, boy, I love Fantasy Fridays because we get to talk a little sports with Fletcher Mackel in the 4 o'clock hour, kind of decompress. And then something everybody loves around here because we don't eat to live. We live to eat. And I got one of the best guys anywhere to bring on the program, as talented as it gets, and just absurdly humble. I mean, we got like an astronaut, an F-16 fighter pilot. We got Joe Montana, as a chef coming on the program, and, very, very humble and just super friendly, nice guy. Frank Brigtsen joins us again from his world-renowned restaurant in the Riverbend section of Uptown, Carrollton neighborhood. What's up, Frank?
What's up, Corey? How are you, my friend?
Doing great, man. How you doing?
TGIF and the sunshine is here.
What was up this morning? 7 to 9. It's hot. It's sweaty. And then I'm outside with the dogs 10:30, 11, and it's cool and comfortable like a cool breeze. I was loving that, man. It didn't feel like August.
I know. It was very comfortable and typical New Orleans. I drove from River Ridge to Uptown this morning, and I had to adjust my windshield wipers 5 times.
No, I bet. And 2 car alignments when you hit Orleans Parish.
Yeah.
I like the little entrance there. What do you got? You got the Conehead guy right there when you enter on River Road by Oak Street. And
Beldar.
Beldar.
Conehead.
The city's very efficient on cleaning that up. It's only been there about 3 months.
And it's the second time around for that, too.
No, it's great. Beldar may have to be moved into that huge pothole on the other side. All right, let's move on. Hey, just a quick reminder to folks, you think about Brigtsen's in the river bend of Uptown, and a lot of you folks probably think about Uptown New Orleans and congested streets and all that. I got news for you, Old Metairie, Old Jefferson folks. If you can make it to that corner of Causeway and River Road, you're less than 5 minutes from Brigtsen's. Causeway and River Road, less than 5 minutes from Brigtsen's. And that Dante Shopping Center, closed obviously after 5 o'clock. The parking lot, Frank's got a deal with them. You can park right there. So convenient parking. You walk from that parking lot to the front door of Brigtsen's, I guess about 30 or 40 feet. So convenient, easy to get to. Don't think jammed up into the river bend. Think River Road from Causeway, and you're there in 5 minutes, right, Frank?
That's right, and thank you for bringing that up, because we are barely in Orleans Parish and accessible from everywhere.
Yep.
Off-street parking in Dante Village, sometimes right on Dante Street.
Yep.
And easy and fun.
Yep. I, of course, want to box in that front parking spot and put a couple of tables out there. Oh, boy.
The KJ room.
Hey, they paved the street. It's as good as it can be in front of the restaurant. I guess they're working on that Martian surface over there on, what is that, Willow? Maple, I mean. Yeah, Maple.
And they were actually here yesterday. They filled in the puddle or lake, so that's safer, and they're about to pave the section right by our driveway, so there is progress.
It's so sad that I can sit here and go, oh, the lake, you have the new concrete pad that's about 2 inches down that's not filled in yet, and then you got a little path you can drive on, and then the lake to the right. I know exactly where you're talking about, sadly, Frank.
Yeah, exactly, but they did some rebar, and they're ready to pour concrete there. So it's coming along.
We're making progress.
I made sure and said hello to the workers and thank you, and hope to see you soon.
You might have been able to catch a fresh catch out of that lake. What's fresh on the menu, Frank? Because like you always say, you don't go to the seafood purveyor and go, I'm serving trout tonight. I'm serving flounder tonight. You go to the seafood purveyor and go, what am I serving tonight? What is the freshest fish you got?
That's exactly right. We buy what I call BA fish, best available. And that starts with Wild Desalmon's catfish, which Chef Larry picked up this morning from the shrimp lot in West Wego. On the main course menu, we have flounder from Mississippi, pan-fried flounder filet.
Yummy.
With roasted pecans and Brigtsen's Meunier sauce, always a popular dish.
Yep.
But this week, the last 2 weeks, the tuna is coming in so pretty. And actually, August is a prime month for tuna here off Louisiana's coast. They catch a lot, but the grade is so prime. It's ruby red, bright and shiny, and that's blackened tuna with smoked corn sauce, a red bean salsa, and drizzle with a little red pepper sour cream.
And what, rare in the middle?
We cook it medium rare, unless you request a different temperature. We're happy to do it any way you like.
Yeah, because you don't want to go too much more with that tuna, do you? You almost want to have the half-cooked outside, kind of searing the seasoning and flavor, and then almost like the sushi type thing in the inside. Or I guess
yeah, that's right. If you cook fresh tuna all the way, it gets a little dry and coarse.
Yep.
I like to view it from a culinary standpoint. I view it like a beefsteak. If you like your steak medium rare, get your tuna medium rare.
Yep. No, that's interesting. Again, it is tuna, salmon. They're steak fish, not fillet fish. A little different.
Yeah, that's right. Tuna has a meaty flavor and a meaty texture, and I think you should cook it the same way.
I guess if you filleted one of those fish, you could feed 20.
Oh, gosh. The smallest loin you get in is 10 pounds.
Wow.
And that's just 1/4 of the fish.
Wow. That is
so if you have 40 pounds of tuna loins, that's coming off a 75-pound fish.
Wow. That's unbelievable. Frank Brigtsen's with us from his restaurant. All right, Frank, I'm going to ask you 2 opposing questions. What if I want to go vegetarian, vegan or something? Give me a full meal. And then the opposite, vegetarian, vegan, are you kidding me? I want a steak. I want some chicken. I want some meat, pork.
Oh, that's a good question. And I like to eat vegetarian. I often do that way. I would start with our Caesar salad. Well, actually, that has anchovies in it. Let's start with the house salad, which is served with spiced pecans, pickled red onions, feta cheese, homemade croutons, and a cane vinegar dressing. That's always good. Lots of different tastes and textures. And for the main course, paneed eggplant parmesan. Served, that's 3 rounds of paneed eggplant topped with Parmesan and Romano cheese, put under the broiler. Served with marinara sauce and spaghetti bordelaise.
Wow.
When you get that plate, it looks so big. I'll never finish it, but you always finish it.
All right. What about the guy or the girl at the table with their date that's like, I'm the opposite of the vegetarian. I want chicken. I want a steak. I want pork. What's the route?
Well, we have been selling so many pork chops. It's really great to see. This is a very unique presentation. It's pan-roasted pork chop with sweet potato andouille hash and a blueberry cane vinegar glaze. And it's a unique flavor combination. The pork is the juiciest and most tender pork chop you'll ever have. And you have my promise on that. And then it has this smoky sort of sweet potato vegetable dish. The sweet potatoes are diced about half-inch, pan roasted, and then mixed with roasted andouille. And then the blueberry cane vinegar glaze is made with fresh local blueberries, cooked down with caramelized onions, finished with a little bit of cane vinegar and pureed. And it's a beautiful combination. The pork is cooked to order, just right, 15 minutes in a hot oven. And when you get to dessert, tonight, Chef Samantha made her carrot cake, and I just looked at it and tasted it, and it is incredible. She keeps coming up with these beautiful combinations and specials.
What's the carrot cake all about?
Well, she's been working on it for 2 days. Her dad and grandfather are coming in tonight, and she wanted to do something special for them. And there's a cream cheese icing, of course, and an extremely moist carrot cake with roasted pecans, which I love. And then, of course, we have our lemon blueberry creme brulee, pecan pie, banana bread pudding with praline sauce, and our lovely double chocolate cake.
Hey, any openings tonight or tomorrow night, Frank?
I think tomorrow night you might find an opening. Give Marna a call. She'll do her best to fit you in. But make plans for next week is the best way to go, especially for the weekends.
Yep.
You know you want to eat out.
Just
make
plan
a
ahead.
plan. That way you have it locked in.
Yeah, guaranteed. Yeah, no doubt about it. They're open Tuesday through Saturday night, Brigtsen's. You can check out the website, the menu, and they've got a couple of recipe books on that website, all kind of goodies. Brigtsens.com, Brigtsen spelled BRIGTSENS.com, Brigtsens.com. Hey, Frank, not meaning to go backwards, but you brought up something that's sort of unheralded that Louisiana needs to do a better job of promoting that arguably, I think it's superior to the other item I'm about to mention, yet I even get the other item more. I don't think about it enough, so I'm kind of part of the problem. The sweet potato, the Louisiana sweet potato is so damn good. I mean, you can eat it with butter and put brown sugar and pecans, but unlike a baked potato, Frank, you have to doctor up a baked potato. A plain baked potato is terrible. A plain sweet potato is damn good, plain with nothing on it.
It's funny you mentioned that, Corey. This past weekend, Marna and I had just that. I went to the grocery store and had these beautiful red sweet potatoes. The skin is red, and I wanted 2 big ones. So I picked 2 big ones, roasted them for 2 hours at about 400 degrees.
Wow.
And we've done this before. Bake them and then split them. And I put salt, white pepper, a touch of nutmeg, and a sprinkle of cinnamon, and then a couple of pats of butter. And that's all you need.
That's all you need. No, sweet potatoes are so good. I wonder why they're not. I mean, I don't want to. I'm going to say it's better than a baked potato, isn't it?
Oh, I think so. And it's easy, you know. You can put it in the oven and forget it for 2 hours. And, you know, when you're ready to eat it, you don't have to do that much to it. They're full of flavor.
Yeah, they really are. I swear, I like you could eat it plain. A baked sweet potato plain's good, and a baked potato plain is not so good.
And good for you.
Yep. The skin, everything, no doubt. Frank, anything we're missing?
That's about it, my friend. I hope everyone has a lovely weekend. The Saints are coming around. They're coming up.
Yep.
So get ready for that.
Yep. Tigers in Tulane 4 weeks away. Saints 5 weeks away. Crazy, Frank. It's already here.
I can't believe it.
Always a pleasure, Frank.
Thank you, my friend. Have a great weekend, y'all.
You too. 861-7610 is the phone number at Brigtson's. 861-7610. Put it in your phone. 861-7610, the phone number at Brigtson's. And you heard, Frank, they got an opening tomorrow night or two. 861-7610, the phone number at Brigtson's. But plan ahead. Book for next weekend, and then you got the spot. You know you're going to go out and eat. Open Tuesday through Saturday night, Brightson's in the Riverbend. So good. You will not be disappointed, I promise you. Hey, Young's Dry Cleaning. Since 1940, a New Orleans institution. If you don't like your dry cleaner, I got the answer for you, youngsdrycleaning.com. Or if you're just looking to experience the best dry cleaner, youngsdrycleaning.com. Corey Johnson with you. Fantasy Friday edition of the program. Thanks so much for joining us. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. If you're just joining us, you've missed a lot. Fletcher Mackel joined us in the 4 o'clock hour to get us up to date on the Saints, a little LSU and Tulane. Michael Hecht joined us in the 4 o'clock hour. Michael Hecht from Greater New Orleans, Inc. Talked about the Superdome a little bit, celebrating 47 years earlier this week. Shark boats, $100+ million in sales last year. Cajun country aluminum welded boat builder. And Michael talked about some tech jobs that should be coming online that he can formally discuss in the next few weeks. So that's always good stuff. Jeff Dorson joined us from the Humane Society of Louisiana. They need your help. HumaneLA.org to donate. HumaneLA.org to donate. And Frank Brigtsen just joined us on the program. Hey, Art and Eyes on Magazine is open tomorrow, and Art and Eyes on Magazine's open on Sunday. The premier eyeglass store, definitely in the region, maybe in the South, one of the finest in the country. I was blown away by this place. This is what happened. Like a year ago, I got a new prescription for glasses. I was like, am I going to the same place in the shopping mall, getting the same glasses I get year in, year out? These name brand glasses, Luxottica, this mafia-owned, made in China, just garbage glasses everybody else is wearing, the same stuff. Or is there a good eyeglass store somewhere in New Orleans? And I don't know. It's like maybe something in the Quarter, something nice. I just don't know about it. So I Googled it. And Art and Eyes came up on Magazine. I was like, what? And then I looked at it, and it was exactly what I was looking for. Exactly what I was looking for. Google them, Art and Eyes on Magazine, or go to their website. It's a little long, Art and Eyes, NewOrleansLA.com. Art and Eyes, NewOrleansLA.com. It'll give you a really good idea of what they're about. like world-class designers you've never heard of. And that's a good thing. When you go to Art and Eyes, they've got a great staff that's going to help you. And when you touch, see, feel the glasses, you're going to right away go, yes, nicer materials, better made, handmade, hand quality, world-class designers, frames from France and Belgium, Japan, Germany, the United States, the best available at all different price points. A few thousand frames in Art and Eyes on magazine to choose from, plus Star and Paul and the rest of the staff. They'll take care of you. They'll assist you in finding the absolute right frames for you. Eyewear that's as unique as you. You'll get glasses that people are going to love and no one else has. No one else has. You want 2 for $79? You want the store-bought stuff? You want the shopping mall experience? Go for it. Or if you're like me and you've been wearing prescription glasses for over 40 years, you wear glasses as a style statement. You're looking for a pair of prescription glasses, prescription sunglasses. You're just looking for a regular pair of sunglasses, no prescription. You're going to be blown away. Art and Eyes on magazine in between Napoleon and Louisiana on the riverside of magazine. They're open tomorrow. They're open Sunday. Art and Eyes on magazine.
If you love Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City, you're going to love Bienvenue in Harahan. The same folks bringing a little of that New Orleans flavor to Hickory Avenue. If you love Katie's, come to Bienvenue on Hickory Avenue in Harahan.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Interlocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Interlocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Interlocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
When you think of Fury's Restaurant in Metairie, you think about the freshest local seafood anywhere. Shrimp, oysters, speckled trout, flounder, snapper, soft shells, crawfish. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie.
Tommy's Lock and Alarms is now hiring service and installation technicians. Great benefits, great pay, take-home vehicle. Apply today. Tommy'sLockandAlarms.com.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, is now more convenient than ever. Now open, the Woodhouse Day Spa, Metairie location, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. Metairie and Kenner's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa.
Hey y'all, it's Junket Cantrell. And I gotta tell you, the summer of 2022 and the travel I've experienced, well, it's memories of a lifetime. I mean, come on, y'all. I went to Switzerland. First class, $10,000 just for the flight. The French Riviera. Singapore. How about Singer-Rich? And next, I'm heading to Africa again. All on the city's dime. Yeah, you right. It's LaToya the Destroyer. Where will I go next? One thing's for sure, I won't be paying for it. Spending someone else's money is so much fun.
She danced. She moved. She shake. LaToya the Destroyer Cantrell, Mayor, City of New Orleans.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
At Home Paint and Decorating, our paints are in it for the long haul. In fact, our top bench of more exterior paints come with a lifetime warranty. Not 25 years, not 50 years, we mean forever. You heard right. At Helm Paint, our top exterior paints have a lifetime warranty against chipping, peeling, and flaking. They also are mildew resistant. Imagine painting your home one time and being done with it. Visit any one of our locations today and make that once-in-a-lifetime purchase. Paint that has a lifetime warranty. Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anyway. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
Yeah, you right. Fantasy Friday edition of the program. Corey Johnson with you. Fletcher Mackel, Michael Hecht, Jeff Dorson, Frank Brigtsen, all joining us on the program earlier. Speaking of earlier, you know, I like talk radio. It's what I do for a living. I like television. I like these mediums. I like YouTube and the internet device. I love YouTube. I mean, I look up so much different stuff on YouTube, from music to historical stuff, present day stuff. It's incredible. No, I love all this stuff. I'm driving in today, and I landed on basically, I mean, shame on Jason Williams. Seriously. You know, there's a responsibility as a public official, and public officials kind of pick and choose what outlets, where they want to be heard, where they want to talk, what interviews they want to accept, which ones they don't. Instead of just anything, I welcome anyone, you know. Rob Masson yesterday, the mayor was having a press conference talking about policing, and then said, okay, everything's open. And then they started talking about some other stuff, and then it went back to policing. And then the mayor's like, oh, we're going back to policing now? And Rob Masson's just like, yeah, I figured we could go anywhere, any question, you'd be able to answer it. And then the mayor, of course, says, okay, I can. And just insane. But anyway, Jason Williams and any political person, I mean, avoiding shows like mine because I might ask the real questions, the tough questions. I've never had anyone on my show where I went on the attack unless I was attacked. unless I was attacked. I'm going to go after this person. Can't wait to get them on. I'm going to attack them. And I don't appease anyone. I'm not out to kiss people's rear end, and I'm not out to attack people. I'm just there to follow the facts, be journalistic, and ask the questions that need to be asked, the appropriate questions. It's not unfair. It's not right. I don't have an agenda to go get anyone. It's just real. And Jason Williams shouldn't be going on a show where essentially his brother or his cousin is hosting the program. I mean, it was just a yuck fest. I caught like 5 minutes, and it was all the host is appeasing Williams, justifying Williams' action. It was insane. It was no kind of interview with the DA. It was like two friends chatting. Simple rule when you're hosting a radio or television show, you can do whatever you want. But if you want to do it in a respectful way where people are going to respect you and there's some journalistic integrity to it, simple rule, don't befriend the folks you're going to have on the show. If you're friends with someone, don't have them on the show. Don't befriend the folks you cover. It's like the number one rule in journalism. Don't befriend the folks you're covering. How can you be fair and objective when it's your buddy, when it's your pal, or worse, you want them to be your buddy or your pal? No, just don't get in front of the mic or the camera. I mean, the hosts, I guess you can do whatever the hell you want to do. But if you want to be respected and have a little integrity, don't befriend the folks you're covering. And Jason Williams, don't go on softball pitch programs. I'm going to try to get Jason Williams on the program next week. I'm going to treat him fairly, ask him fair questions, but it's not going to be a buddy show like I'm his brother. That's just utterly ridiculous. It was an embarrassment listening. I felt bad for Jason Williams. I was like, that's a bad call. That's a bad call. No, it's real easy. Don't befriend the folks you're covering. There's a guy who's kind of a political pundit in town. Every year after major elections, he has all the politicians over to his house for a big party. And I'll see this cat out with politicians, drinking, having a good time at different New Orleans establishments. He totally befriends the folks he's covering. How can he possibly do a fair and objective job? Hey, Jason, you're a piece of crap. You have no honor or integrity. You're garbage. I think you're a scumbag. Dude, you coming in tomorrow to produce the show? Jason, I'm like, screw you, Corey. Go get another producer. And he walks out in the middle of the shift if that's how I really feel. So I don't, you're not going to tell it like it is. If your friend has some problems, you'll probably do the opposite. Try to, at the least, diminish them, and at the worst, ignore them, not bring them up. You can't talk about politicians and politics in New Orleans and then throw a party every year for the politicians that are your friends. I don't understand folks that are in journalism, and want to befriend the people they're covering. In sports, like I want to be friends with the players on the team. I want them to know me. I want to know them, and I want to go have a beer with them. I just don't get that. Never understood that. I remember, like, when I first got into this business, it's like La Crosse, Wisconsin. Like 25 years ago, the Jim Morris Saints, Monty Kiffin, Lane Kiffin's father, Monty Kiffin, had come over, I think, from the Vikings to be defensive coordinator for the Saints. And I remember going into Monty Kiffin's dorm room with like Brian Alley Walsh and Mike Straw, maybe like John DeShazer, and having a beer with Monty Kiffin. And Kiffin's just talking and yucking it up and laughing, having a good time and all that. But later in the year, I'm dogging Monty Kiffin's defense. I don't care that I had a beer with him. And I never had another beer with him. I didn't hang out with him, didn't befriend him. I was in there getting like off the record stuff, trying to pick his brain about the team and defenses, learn something, get a little educated. I wasn't there to be his friend or his pal. I'm lucky. I got family and friends. Yeah, don't befriend the folks you're covering. It's real simple. Hey, Lebanon's Cafe, real simple choice tonight for dinner. Lamb chops, 20-something bucks for a half dozen lamb chops, 6 lamb chops. It comes with this like green bean and veggie grilled medley side. But then you still get 2 more Lebanese sides like tabbouleh, baba ganoush, hummus, mujedra. Get that fried football kibbe, that basmati rice. So good, fresh, authentic, big portions. And where can you get 6 lamb chops with 3 sides for 20-something bucks? I'll tell you where. Lebanon's Cafe tonight for dinner. For the finest in Middle Eastern food in Metro New Orleans, Lebanon's Cafe tonight for dinner.
What actually lasts a lifetime? Not much, but at Helm Paint, we have something guaranteed to last a lifetime. Benjamin Moore's Regal Select. This paint and primer in one offers cutting-edge waterborne technology, smooth application, and long durability. Helm Paint and Benjamin